So 8:30 just nice. Welcome back everyone to ACI 2. This is class 10 and the final class plus review. Today is the 4th of July, 2024. So let's start with the breath meditation to help us to get our mind here and also to set our motivation to make it more powerful. So if you're sitting on the chair like me, you can just sit at the edge and then make sure your spine is straight and you can close your eyes and just relax. 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 We will do 10 breath meditation. Start with the exhale, then follow by the inhale. So just watch your breath until you hear from me again. Now, bring to mind a being who is a manifestation of the ultimate love, ultimate compassion, and ultimate wisdom. See them appearing before you just by way of you thinking of them. They are gazing at you with love. Smiling at you with their holy great compassion. Their wisdom radiates from them, a warm glowing glow encompassing you in His light. And we hear them say, think of someone who is hurting in some way. Think about how much you would like to help them, the worldly way that you've tried or you might try. Recognize how those worldly ways fall short. How wonderful it would be if we can also help them in some deep and ultimate way, a way through which they can stop their distress forever. Through that wish, grow into an intention, and into a determination when you're ready. Now bring our mind back to our holy guide. They know what we need to know, what we need to learn, what we need to do. And so we ask them, please help me, Dad. I'm so happy we have asked, but of course they agree. Our gratitude arises. And we want to offer them something exquisite. We think of the perfect world that they teach us to create. Imagine we can hold in our hands and offer it to them, following it with our promise to practice what they teach us in the form of a refuge prayer. Here is the great earth, filled with the smell of the incense, covered with a blanket of flowers, the great mountain, four lands, wearing a jewel of the sun and the moon in my mind. I make them the paradise of the Buddha and offer it to you. By this deed, may every living being experience the pure world. Idam Guru Ratnamandala Kamniyataya. Go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do in giving and the rise, may I reach Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. Go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do in giving and the rise, may I reach Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. Go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do in giving and the rest, I will become a Buddha for the sake of all beings. It will be so. Bring your mind back here when you're ready. Okay, let's look at the quiz. Okay, this is question 1. What is the point of doing this proof of selflessness? In chapter 8, we learn there are different ways to prove selflessness. And what is the point of doing all these things? So everybody got it correct. Oh, nobody fall into the trap, huh? To satisfy our curiosity? No. To help us become more knowledgeable? No. Like Ellen said, knowledge is nothing, yeah, unless it is put into practice. So everybody got it correct, to help us to come to the conclusion that things don't exist in itself and from itself. It don't exist in itself and from itself. Question 2. Why is it important to include the word really? Really is a key word. Really. Okay, why is it important? That word is very, very, very important. 83% say that to show that things do exist, but not self-existently. Wow, so clever, huh? 83% all get it correct. Okay, we have 16% that says to show us that things are really 100% coming from us. Not that way, okay? Of course, we know that things are 100% coming from us, but really here means that self-existently, in itself and by itself, independent of any other factor. And question 3, the reflection of image in the mirror show us that things are not real. Nobody fall into the trap. It's not real, so just don't be bothered with external things. So what is most important is to just take care of myself. Nobody fall into that trap, huh? Everybody got it correct. Because the reflection of the mirror shows us that things are not real, and therefore I need to take care of what I put inside my mind. What I put inside my mind comes from what I do, say, and think that put an imprint in my mind. Okay, that is class 8. Class 9. Oh, class 9 got a lot of response, 7 response. I think that is the highest. All existing things have parts. True or false? Everybody got it correct. True. Everybody got it correct. All existing things have parts. We learned that they have parts. Okay, question 2. If things have parts, they cannot exist at all. If things have parts, they cannot exist at all. 71% say false. We have 28% say true. If they have parts, it's not that they cannot exist at all. It's just that they cannot, they don't truly exist. They don't really exist. But I'm not saying that they don't exist at all. At all, not at all. Not like that, okay? They do exist, but not the way we think. Again, if things have parts, they don't really exist. But I'm not saying that they don't exist at all. Question 3. Why is it that if things have parts, then they cannot truly exist? Oh, nobody fall into this trap. Because they have too many parts to be identified. Because it is too impossible to identify one by one. Because it is impossible to see a pen without looking at the parts. Everybody got it correct. Yay! That is the most important one. When they have parts, they cannot truly exist. Why? Because it's impossible to look at the pen without looking at the parts. And while looking at the parts, it's impossible to look at the pen. But we don't see that way. If nobody tells us and we don't observe and check and meditate, it's difficult for us to come to that ourselves. Okay? You can experiment with that. Then you will come to realize that indeed, because they are parts, we only see some of the parts, and then they give us some clues. And then we organize that and we say, oh, this is a pen. Remember the hose that I gave the example of the water hose in my garden? And question 4. Oh, I love question 4. You guys are so brave. You guys are so incredible. I really love that. Thanks for the participation. What is the implication to you now that you realize that things don't exist really? Let's read one by one. The first one. What is implication? Now we realize, oh, things don't exist really. They don't come from itself. They don't come from themselves. This one first person say, I understand that there is potential to create anything and everything. This made me more compassionate and empathy with others. I become more flexible and open-minded, reducing my attachment to lesser material possession, more acceptance and respecting of others' ideas, and patience giving me less stress. Yes, the gotcha. And bringing me greater inner peace and a balanced outlook on life. Incredible, incredible. Super rejoicing. Second one, somebody say, I have the ability to create the things I want and don't want. Yeah. Now we realize, oh, it's not in itself and by itself. So I can create. I can create the things that I want. And because all things have parts, so you realize, oh, all things have parts. Okay. Next one. I'm responsible for all the good and the bad. Wow, that's great. Not just the good, huh? Not just the good, but also the bad. Both. Okay, you're responsible for both the good and the bad. I can change the raw data and design the world to what I want. What we plant the seeds, we can change, but not at this moment. Okay, but not at this moment. When we die, there's another opportunity. There's another transformation. You can take a different, if you have different seeds, you will see this not as a dying parts. Could have been a body of angel made of bliss, not going to die, no need to pee poo poo, not getting old, not getting sick. Then somebody say, happy that all things come from me. Yeah, it can be liberating, isn't it? Liberating. I can do something to my world. It's not that hopeless and helpless. Yes, it may be hopeless and helpless at this moment, but if I keep on doing the right thing, things will change. Next one will be understanding why to humans, pen is a pen, for dogs it's just a chewing toy. I've never been able to see the whole parts of anything. So my perception of it is true only to myself. Yeah, it's unique to myself. Every experience is unique to ourselves. Every experience is unique to ourselves. It is not that you do this, you will sure get this. It's not necessarily like that. Yeah. It's very unique to individual because there's a very big component, 99% or 90% come from our intention, our motivation. So you can be doing the same act, but you may not get this result because you have different motivation. What is inside here? So applying to prove to yourself the emptiness of persons or events that happens to me. Incredible. Great. Thanks for the participation. You guys are so incredible. Wait, Zoom user. Who is the Zoom user?
Me,
Angela. Okay.
to change my name, yeah.
Okay. I miss the exercise, so it's interesting. I can change my world. Yeah, you can do it. You can still do the Google. Yeah, you can, the form, they are there. You can still do it. Yeah.
Okay. Later I go in and do.
Yeah, I can do anytime. I will put it until probably, yeah, the last day 15. Then I will stop taking in response. Okay. So today is the last chapter. And then we'll do review. Let me share my screen. I got nothing to share actually because my tree, I don't know where to find the picture. I was trying to Google. Ayo, how does Maitreya look like? Let me see. I managed to find and don't know how close it is. You tell me, is that Maitreya? Because I'm not sure. Is this Maitreya?
Yes, yes.
You're so clever one.
I don't know. I just got a, 6%.
Maitreya. Maitreya. I thought Maitreya is a laughing Buddha.
This one is so smiling, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I always thought the Maitreya is a Mila for because I go to the temple and I say, oh, this is a Maitreya. They say, just a Mila for. I say, oh, Maitreya. Okay. So I always thought that image, I mean, that idea of a Maitreya, you know. So until I Google, I said, how come different one? I Google they got, and then I go and find out what is that. Okay, I just read to you. In Buddhism, the laughing Buddha is seen as a representation of the Maitreya Buddha, the Buddha of the future, and believed to bring prosperity and happiness to the world. Yeah, he's also believed to be a symbol of contentment and abundance, as his large belly is said to represent the abundance of wealth and good luck. There's some story about that, you know. So I'm not sure whether is it really Maitreya, the one laughing Buddha? Yes,
I was also like got this ducks. No? Yeah.
yeah.
Laughing Buddha, I thought is another god, no. So I didn't know it's
Yeah.
didn't know so.
Yeah. So I'm not very sure.
This one more look like Maitreya to me. This one.
Yeah, but they say that in China, maybe Asian here. I go and read up a lot like the Google. I know they say they consider laughing Buddha as Maitreya, but the one that I show you, I think should be the Maitreya. What is your view on that, Jocelyn and Raymond? I think you know more than me on that. Do you have any idea?
Last time, right, we also we think that the laughing Buddha, the fat Buddha, is Maitreya. Actually, it's true, old image. But now his new image, such a handsome. It's true, because I also have seen in some of the temples, my fat Buddha right now suddenly becomes slim and handsome. Very nice. Yes. Because when I first look at it, I asked Raymond, this one my tree, huh? Well, how come suddenly he trimmed down already?
He's on diet. I think, yes, Raymond, you want to say something?
Okay. I think they, like what you say, state of mind. So now the Maitreya is really 庄严, okay, like really like Buddha already. In Singapore, so far I saw a few temples, a little bit different, but they are all in a very proper dress already. Not like the one with the strap back. Only, no. Yeah, now it's very 庄严. And some even they got the two Bodhisattva beside him.
Okay.
Yeah, the two Bodhisattva. Yeah.
What are the two Bodhisattva? You have any idea?
Yeah, the Chinese I know lah, English I don't know. It's a 大妙法华林菩萨和大妙相菩萨.
Well, I don't know what is the English name for that.
Yeah, that's why I don't know the English, but the Chinese I know because I got the picture and they got the name there.
But the picture, right, look like Asanga, one of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, possible also. Possible also. Okay, later there's a story on Asanga also. Okay, thanks for sharing. What about in Vietnam, Emerald and Nguyen? Just now I show you the picture of Maitreya. Is that how Maitreya look like? Which one? The one, the slimmer one or the fat one?
In Vietnam, I see the fat one, the big one.
Oh, the fat one. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, I think in Asia. I think
big belly.
yeah, the big belly, correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I always thought also, Anyhow, they're all correct if we understand emptiness, right? So somebody saw his emanation in that way and they draw it in that way. That is how he looks to them. Yeah, so they're all correct. Okay, so today is talking about Maitreya. As we said, he is the next Buddha to come, the future Buddha. And his Tibetan name is called Jampa. Jampa means love. And what is love? What is love? Love means that I want you to be happy, right? And I also want you to be free from suffering. I don't want to see you not happy, having problem. I don't want that, right? So there are two parts. You want people to be happy. I want you to be free of trouble, free of problem, free of negative emotion. Yeah. Okay. So that is Jampa. It means love. And just now Justin mentioned about Asanga, right? So this is where Asanga comes into the picture. In the root text for this ACI 2, the root text that we are studying is called Ornament of Realization. As we know, Ornament of Realization, where Maitreya is the author. Maitreya taught it to who? Asanga. Jocelyn said Asanga, right? In 350 AD. This is the root text that we are using. And something very interesting about this root text. In the opening line of all the sutra, they always bow down, is it? They bow down. Who they bow down? Always bow down to Buddha, bow down to Bodhisattva. But for this ornament, he bowed down to the three knowledge. The three knowledge that we learn. That is something very interesting that we can think about. Wow, Angela, you're so sexy. Oof. Okay. Oh, that one's not you. Okay.
My mate.
Oh, your mate. Wow, you see, why this is free show. Okay. So come back to Ornament of Realization. So Maitreya, he wrote this Ornament of Realization. Other than that, he wrote the Uttara Tantra. Uttara Tantra is not a tantra, okay? It's nothing to do with tantra. Uttara Tantra or higher line. In this book, Uttara Tantra, Maitreya, he said that his motivation of writing the book is to purify himself of the obstacles to omniscience. Interesting, huh? He himself said, my motivation, my reason of writing Uttara Tantra is to purify. Angela, can you mute, please? Mute yourself. Is to purify himself from the obstacles of omniscience. That means that is he already a Buddha when he said like that? No, isn't it? You see, oh, you need to purify yourself from obstacles to omniscience. That means you're high-level bodhisattva, right? So that gives a hint to us he's a high-level bodhisattva. And then we learn perfection of wisdom in the scripture. It mentioned that Lord Buddha says, there's one quotation by Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha says, go and ask Maitreya. He is a bodhisattva who has one life to go. Ta-da! So means that he is a high-level bodhisattva. Again, I mentioned in the scripture, somebody was, in the scripture, somebody have the conversation, somebody asked, then Lord Buddha will have to answer. Then Lord Buddha didn't answer that question. And Lord Buddha said, go and ask Maitreya. He is a bodhisattva who has one life to go. So that shows us these two, we call it authoritative source, shows us that Maitreya is a high-level bodhisattva. And then there's this guy, the Sakya guys, who asked Gao Sabje in one of the debates. Not really asked, they were debating. Gao Sabje is one of the, Je Tsongkhapa, he has two disciples, left and right. One of the very prominent, both of them very prominent. One of them is called Gao Sabje. So they were having a debate. And this Sakya guy was asking him, Maitreya, he has no state of mind to fulfill his own needs. Okay, that is the context of the whole thing that we are going to talk about right now. Okay, again, I said this guy, he said to Gausabje, he said, Maitreya has no state of mind, aspiring to fulfill his own needs. So he said that Maitreya has no desire to fulfill his own needs. So it seems that he's assuming that Maitreya is already a Buddha. Isn't it sounds that way? Because he said Maitreya has no more desire to fulfill his own needs. So it seems that he is actually assuming Maitreya is already a Buddha. You're already a Buddha, you got no more desire to fulfill your own needs because you're already a Buddha. What? You have everything that you want. So the whole conversation is about this. Okay, the whole content is about this. Most of the content about this. So when he say like that, we say that in the open teaching just now, we already give two quotation, two reference that Maitreya is a high-level bodhisattva. And then here, this guy, he say that Maitreya has no state of mind aspiring to fulfill his own needs. So let's look at the possibility. The first possibility, he's assuming that Maitreya is already a Buddha. So what is the problem with that? That is the thing. What is the problem with assuming that Maitreya is a Buddha? I got prepared PPT, but I didn't show because nothing much to show, a lot of words. Okay. So when he assumed that Maitreya is a Buddha, he made a mistake. He made a mistake. What is the mistake that he made? Because we already say, right, in the open teaching, which is a sutra, we say Maitreya is a bodhisattva. Just now we already said he's a bodhisattva. It's mentioned there, right? Yeah. Even though in the secret teaching, Maitreya is a Buddha. Okay, so the first mistake he made is he mixed the teaching. He made a mistake there. He's not supposed to mix the teaching. Okay, Western food salad, Asian food rojak. Oh, you don't know rojak or Malaysian food. So if you mix them, cannot lah, right? You cannot mix them. So another example I can give to you how I can relate that would be, in primary school we learn basic maths, right? But then if you go to secondary school, you can learn maths. Then you go to maybe you learn physics. Can you apply the maths to the primary school? So that's the thing. So you don't mix the teaching. So the very first mistake is he made a mistake in the sense that we are actually now in the open teaching. We are in the open teaching. You're like in the primary school, you don't bring in the secondary school maths here. So, and it's wrong to mix the teaching. Why is wrong to mix the teaching? They say the open teaching, the one we are studying, ACI 1 to 18, is an open teaching. It is, or we call it sutra, open teaching. And this teaching is for common disciples. We are called common disciples, okay? Whereas for the secret teaching is for the specially qualified disciples, not for anybody, specially qualified disciples. Open teaching is also called the path shared. What do you mean by path shared? Share with who? Share with the secret teaching. Share in the sense that the open teaching, you need to study well, learn well, and that will be the foundation for your secret teaching. Yeah. And if you want to succeed in your secret teaching, that rely on your foundation, on your open teaching. So they are the path shared. Okay, it's open teaching, shared with both. Whereas in the secret teaching, it is the path that is not shared. Path that is not shared. Okay, so this is the question that come out in question number 1. Let me make it very big. Okay, so they say, so this guy that came, he said, he probably assumed Maitreya is a Buddha when he said that, oh, Maitreya has no desire to fulfill his own needs. So here, what is the mistake? The mistake number one, he should not mix the teaching. Should not mix the teaching. In the open teaching, we already say Maitreya is a high-level bodhisattva. That one is in the open teaching. In the secret teaching, Maitreya is considered already a Buddha. So you don't mix them. It's a different presentation. Okay. And open teaching is called a path shared, whereas the secret teaching is a path that is not shared. Okay. So this one is in your question number one. Okay. Bear with it, Ellen. This is a bit dry. Coming to the end already. This one cannot make it interesting. This is the facts. I cannot twist the facts. Okay. I can only present the facts. And then the next thing will be, we want to check. So if Gausap J said to the Sakya guy, okay, so if you assume that Maitreya is already a Buddha, okay, is it true if he is already a Buddha, then he has no desire to fulfill his own needs? Correct or not? Let us check whether correct or not. Wait, stop this one first. If Maitreya is already a Buddha, is it true that he has no desire to fulfill his own needs? If he's a Buddha, if you're already Buddha, you don't want to become Buddha already, man. So for me, I feel that it's like, of course, I still want to become a Buddha. If I'm the king, of course, I still want to be the king. If I'm rich, of course, I still want to be rich. Okay, so for me, it's a very simple. Of course, he still have the desire to fulfill his own needs. I know he's already a Buddha, but he still have the desire to still want to continue as a Buddha. Let's look at the Buddha's body we learned for,
Can I say something?
Yes. Yeah, okay.
He's omission, so he can get anything he wants. So he got no, so he got, must say, everything he can achieve it. The omission, so anything he want. So that's why I think desire to him is not the keyword really, not the main thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's how the other guy come from. Yeah. That's what Angela helped us with that. So that's what he said. He already a Buddha. He already got everything. He doesn't need anything anymore. Okay. So let's look at the 4 parts of the Buddha. Okay. We say that the Buddha have this Rupakaya, the form body. The form body. And we say the Buddha has this Dhammakaya, the mental one, the wisdom, right? The mind. So the Rupakaya, if the Buddha already a Buddha, don't you think that he want to stay blissful or not? He's blissful. He want to continue to stay blissful or not? Oh, the Buddha. I said, I don't want already. Never mind. I don't want. I just go and help people only. Yeah, I go and help people. I also want to be blissful. I also want to be beautiful, okay? I want to go and help people, but I also want to be good also, isn't it? So I think they come in that context. The Buddha, it is said that the Buddha, just now I mentioned the Rupakaya, the body, blissful body, and also the body that can emanate, isn't it? Rupakaya, I can send out dog to be emanate as a copy of dog to help somebody lonely. I can send out cat. I can send out as an irritating partner to help somebody to learn emptiness. That physical body can help people. The emanation can help people. Okay, that is in that context. And they say, the omniscient mind is the mind that the Buddha wanted to fulfill his own needs in the context of the omniscient mind. I want my mind to continue to be free of suffering. I want my mind, isn't it, to be free of suffering. Omniscient mind is a mind that already have permanent cessation of all the mental affliction, obstacles in their entirety, and all the obstacles to omniscient that know everything. Yeah. So the Buddha still have this, he still want this, he still have this desire to fulfill his own needs in that context. Wait ah. So we think about that. I read to you again. The Dhammakaya, the wisdom body, is mainly to fulfill his own needs. Why? Because the omniscient mind is a mind that is free of suffering, So he want that also. Don't you think that he aspire, he also want to fulfill his own needs? So he no need to fulfill his own needs. Do you think he need to fulfill his own needs or not? That is in that context.
He's a god really, what?
Yeah, you got already, you got money. Let's say you're already the queen. You don't want, let's say, I don't know, you put yourself in, you're successful. I want to continue to be successful. Yeah, I'm already successful. Yeah, I'm successful. I still want to continue to be successful. I'm beautiful. I still want to be, I'm young. I still want to continue to be in that state of mind. Yeah. That, very well said, Angela. That's how that Sakya guy, that's where he come from in his argument that Buddha already, he already has everything. He doesn't need to fulfill his own need anymore. That's where he's saying that. So the explanation given is that in the 4 bodies of the Buddha, okay, we take 2 bodies first because each one break into 2, one break into 2 ma. So generally, the physical body is to fulfill the needs of other people. Generally, okay, is mainly to fulfill the needs of other people. Whereas the omniscient mind is to fulfill my own needs, is to fulfill the Buddha's need. It's a mind that is free of suffering. That is the explanation. But for me, this is from my own side, I look at it, omniscient, I thought omniscient can help a lot of people. Yeah, but they say mainly, so that's why the keyword, mainly to fulfill your own needs, the omniscient mind. Whereas the physical body that go and emanate, mainly to help fulfill other people's needs. Of course, I also want to argue, I thought the physical body is fulfill his own need, what? He also want to be blissful. Yeah, but that's why the keyword is mainly. Again, the physical body is mainly to fulfill other people's needs. Whereas the Dhammakaya is mainly to fulfill his own needs. Does it work for you? Yeah. I think it worked for me because I think that if I'm already someone successful, of course I want to continue to be, I still want to maintain this way, I'm so happy, isn't it? I want, of course I have everything already, but I also want to fulfill my own needs. I want my mind to continue to be free of suffering. Yeah, so in that context, wow. But it's a good discussion, good debate. Okay, Angela, it's a good debate. Thank you. Okay, so let's think about that. Okay, we can think about that. So, and then we want to look at they say, bodhicitta. We learn bodhicitta, isn't it? The bodhicitta, the short definition by Maitreya. Samkepani Shandunche Yang Dat Zokpe Jang Jukde. That one you can memorize. Maybe one day you meet Kashila. He always asks this question again and again, and he give you $100 US dollar. Say, give me the short definition by Maitreya. You put out your hand. Okay, I want to. What is that? Samkepani Shandunche Yang Dat Zokpe Jang Jukde. Okay. So this definition we say in English, the wish to reach total enlightenment for the sake of all beings. So there are 2 parts to the definition. If you can see that, you want to achieve total enlightenment. That is for yourself. Okay, you want to become enlightened and for the sake of all beings. So there are 2 parts to that. Of course, the Buddha still aspire to become a Buddha. Of course, the Buddha still want to become a Buddha. Of course, he still want to fulfill his own needs. Of course, he still want to fulfill his own needs and other people's needs. He never lose it, even after he already have everything. His need already fulfilled. Okay, he still got this bodhicitta in him. Yeah, he still, of course, I still want, yeah. He still want both Rupakaya and Dhammakaya. Okay, so Maitreya says that based on this definition, Maitreya still has the wish. Yeah, he has the wish to fulfill his own needs and also to help others. Not just help others, also he must also fulfill your own needs. I also want to become enlightened. I want to my mind free of suffering. Okay. Yeah. So this question come out in the next one. This part come out in the next one. Then. What is the next question? Suppose Maitreya really is a Buddha. Maitreya is really a Buddha. Huh? Does he still have the wish for enlightenment? Does he still got this bodhicitta in his heart or not? Does he still want to become a Buddha or not? Yes. If Maitreya is already a Buddha, he still got this wish for enlightenment. He still got this bodhicitta in his heart. Of course, he still want to become a Buddha. Okay? So question 2A, yes. Then if yes, does this wish fit the short definition of the wish for enlightenment? Yes, it fit. The bodhicitta got two parts. The wish to achieve total enlightenment for the sake of every living being. So the enlightened being, the Buddha, they have the wish to accomplish both their own needs and other people's needs. How I know that? Here they write here. They have this Dharma body. I mentioned the Dharma body, which is the Buddha's omniscient mind. Okay, which is the achievement of their own aims. Just now I mentioned the Dhammakaya, the mind, is the achievement of Buddha's own aims. He also want to fulfill his own needs. He still want to have this omniscient mind that is free of suffering. Whereas his physical body, the Rupakaya, that sends copies of cat, dog, irritating partner, is to achieve other people's needs. Mainly. Okay? So if you look at it that way, yeah, even though Maitreya, you assume Maitreya is a Buddha, yes, he still got the bodhicitta. Yes, it still fit the definition of enlightenment because there are two parts to that. Fulfill your needs and to fulfill other people's needs. Okay, now? Can I?
Teacher,
Yeah.
teacher,
Mm.
I always think that the Maitreya or Buddha, the high mighty God, they don't have any suffering in their mind really, you know. Their mind is, empty really. They always see emptiness directly, empty really. So their main aim is to help people, you know. So, so why their mind still have suffering?
No, they got no suffering. Their
They
mind got no
still-
suffering.
But they still want the Dhammakaya so they can have the wisdom to be free from what suffering, right? The Dhammakaya part.
Dhammakaya omniscient, they're already beyond that already. You see, there are two obstacles. One is the obstacles to the knowledge, means that you reach Nirvana, the first gate, right? Then you have, even you reach Nirvana, you still got the obstacles to omniscient. They already cleared these two obstacles. So they're omniscient. Okay, they're omniscient. Even though they are already omniscient, they are already enlightened. Okay, the debate is on whether they still have the desire to fulfill their own need or not. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, correct. This is the big,
yeah, body or not. Yeah.
correct. Also, I feel that they shouldn't have any attachment. All this. I mean, I don't know how to use the word. I mean, they are like God, Lord. You know, don't have any. You know, don't have nothing on their own. Their main aim is to help living beings. That's all. You know.
Well, we'll comment on that. Okay, there are two of them, they're debating. I'm just presenting the facts. But I feel that it's
just need to say something. Because all this while I just got this kind of thing in my mind. You know. Maybe you all want to say something. And that's from my own point of view only, like, that's what I know, like.
Yeah, from the first on the surface, it seems to me also that the Buddha already got everything. And why should they still have this? I think probably we misunderstand the word of the desire in that context, you see. Yeah, it's not like that kind of ignorant desire. Yeah, it's just that it's okay. Of course I want to become a Buddha. I want to be free from this suffering so that I'll be able to help other people. Yeah, I want it to help myself and to help others. And I don't think any contradiction at all. Yeah, I want to become like in our world, I want to become successful for myself and for others. If I'm not successful, how to help other people? Yeah. What Lin asked, I like Lin's question. She asked, why do we need to study this? What does this mean for the bodhicitta practice? Lin, you asked an excellent question. Do you know that I studied for so many years? I've been asking this question and ask every teacher, I cannot get the answer. I always ask the teacher this question, what is the significance? I always ask, teacher, I don't know whether you realize when I go many places, I ask the same question. One teacher was telling me, hey, Rachel, you already asked me that question. I already said, I don't know. Why you ask again? Because it's still in my mind, you see? Because it's still in my mind. So I try to make it as easy as it could be for you. But I don't really can't tell what is the significance of that because I'm still thinking, because actually I don't like this topic to be of all the topic. Okay, I don't like this at all. Okay, but I can only present the facts, the knowledge, and pass on to you as it is and make it easy for you, and compile in such a way that make it to the best that I can. Because I attend a few teachers also, I cannot get the answer. Okay? And my teacher say, cook on that. And then another teacher is telling me, I also don't know. Okay. So I also don't know. Hey, I already told you I don't know. Then why you ask again? Because it's still in my mind. Why? What is the significance? Why should I study this, Okay. I think just generally, but my understanding is better than last time. Last time I don't like it at all, and zero, I just push it one side. But now I don't find it difficult to understand for this topic. I say it's quite natural. I put myself like, oh, if I'm already a Buddha, don't you want to continue to become a Buddha? Yes, but not in an ignorant way. You understand? Yeah, of course I want to be that way. Because if I'm that way, I can also help people, right? I can help Lin, I can help my children, I can help everybody. Of course, I want to be free from suffering. I want to be able to continue to be a Buddha. Yeah. So there is no contradiction to that. Anyhow, let's put it one side first. We can come back and discuss it later if we have more time. The next question will be, just now we said, assuming Maitreya is a Buddha. The next one will be, assuming Maitreya is a bodhisattva, then how is it like? Oh, Lin, okay. She dropped. I thought I cannot answer her this question. She left. Why do I need to study this? You got no answer. Okay, I just go. Bye-bye. Okay, just kidding. So just now we were talking about that Sakya guy was asking, he's assuming. No worry, Miching, just relax. This last topic, if you don't catch, never mind. To be very honest, I learned for so many years, I never want to study this topic, you see. I don't understand. But because I need to prepare for this class, I need to force myself to open the book again and study. Okay, okay, so just like I said, the Sakya guy, the first scenario, he said, he assumed that Maitreya is a Buddha. So the next question I want to throw to you is, what if Maitreya is a bodhisattva? What if Maitreya is a bodhisattva? Then, if he is a bodhisattva, does he still have this desire to fulfill his own needs or not? I think if he's a bodhisattva, very easy. It's like you and I, isn't it? Yeah? It's make it so much easier already, right? So let's look at the slide. So if Maitreya is a bodhisattva, So does he still have this state of mind to fulfill his own need? Of course, if you're a bodhisattva, like normal people like me, if I'm a small bodhisattva, of course, I still have this state of mind or this desire to fulfill my own needs. I think that is so much easier for us. And then, of course, I want to help other people. And there's no contradiction at all. I like the answer here. They say, it is not a contradiction to aspire to fulfill your own needs and at the same time aspire the needs of others in an ultimate way. Buddhism says you can eat your cake and have it too. All Buddhists of the greater way pledge to reach total enlightenment so that they can truly be of service to others. This is easy, right? This is not difficult. If you are a bodhisattva, you want to fulfill your own needs, of course. I want to reach enlightenment, ma. Why that? So that I can help everyone. Why? In order to help everyone, I have to reach enlightenment. Because that is the only way I can really help people. There's no contradiction at all. Right? I want to become a Buddha. Why? Of course, I want to be free of suffering. I want to help everybody. And in order to help everybody, I want to become a Buddha. There's no contradiction. Yeah. And when you say, I want to become a Buddha for the sake of all beings, do remember all the beings, you're one of the beings. You're also one of the beings. Of course, you want to be free of suffering. Okay, so I think this is pretty easy. If a Mahayana person means a bodhisattva, of course, they want to fulfill their own needs. No issue with that. So what is the conclusion? This part of the teaching, we already finished the first part. There's a second part, a little bit more. What is the conclusion? The first one we say, max and at-max don't mix. Open teaching, secret teaching, don't mix. Open teaching is the foundation for the secret teaching. That's why it's called the path share. You don't mix them. That's number one. Number two, whether Maitreya is a Buddha or whether Maitreya is a Bodhisattva, they have a state of mind that want to fulfill their own need. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, of course, I want to continue to become a Buddha. Of course, I want to become a Buddha. Okay, there's no contradiction to that, and it fits the definition of bodhicitta also. The wish to become enlightened for the sake of all beings. Okay, that is the conclusion for the first part of our class today. Two more things we're going to finish already, two more slides. Then we can do the review class. Okay, the review class, not yet, two more questions. Then somebody come along. They say, is Tantra mentioned in the open teaching or not? Is Tantra valid or not? Yes, Tantra is mentioned and it is valid. How we know? There are two quotations here. One is from Hari Bhadra book. He mentioned about Tantra. Another book is Dhammakirti's book. He mentioned about Tantra and he mentioned why Tantra work. Okay, so this is in question 4. How we know got Tantra? Because it's also mentioned in these two open teaching. So when it's mentioned in the open teaching, it shows that it is valid. And the last one, okay, question 5. The 8th century master Dhammakirti in his root text on Buddhist logic says that there are 2 elements that must be present for Tantra to work. What are the 2 elements for Tantra to work? The person who is giving you the Tantra must be a person of exceptional spiritual power. And the person who practices the Tantra must be someone who is leading a very pure life. 50-50. Easy enough. So we have not learned Tantra. This is an open teaching. But if you ever want to learn Tantra and you want Tantra to work for you, make sure that the person who teaches you the Tantra must be a very holy being. Must be someone with exceptional spiritual power. Here I write, yeah. Must be taught by a very holy being. Like a Shila, maybe Venerable Jigme, Venerable Geshe, then when you want to practice Tantra, you have to lead a very, very pure ethical life. You have to lead a very pure ethical life. Okay. If not, nothing will happen. At worst, it can land you in jail. Like what happened to my cousin. Okay, so practice Tantra. You need to keep your morality. Alan asks, what is pure life? What is Tantra? What is pure life? Pure life, it means that you keep a very ethical way of life. You keep your morality. We study that the vows help us to as a guidance of our behavior. I like to think of we are the child, the whole day we just want to play and eat, correct not? Eat candy and play. So that guidance helps us to do the right thing. So the vows means that you keep a morality. If you don't keep your morality, you go and hurt people. Then you got Tantra also cannot work. It may even have worse consequences. Okay, Tantra is a secret teaching. Our teacher never tell us any details because it's meant to be secret. Okay, you have to walk in, then only they tell you. You won't get the details, everything. Then only you decide whether you want or not. It's not like that. It's a different way of studying.
Cindy, I want to share something about Tantra. Geshe Lota said that don't go into Tantra if you're not prepared. He said, yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Okay, and then aren't we living a pure life? Only you know, you yourself, everybody, we ourselves, why we need to keep the 3-time book. There's one very joke, we learn ACI 7 Bodhisattva vows. We have the vows, right? And then we never do our 3-time book, our 6-time book. We never check. Then how we know we have how we know we are living a pure life in the first place? Right now. So that's logic. Only the logic isn't it? Logical, isn't it? Only we know. Nobody know. Nobody is checking on you. We ourselves see ourselves doing. Yeah, I'm still here. Means that I make a lot of mistakes. I'm still trying. I'm still working on my way of thinking. Right? We can lead. We don't do those gross things like go and kill people, steal people's money. We don't do that kind of thing. But we have those subtle mental thoughts that are not so, let's say, not so generous about somebody. Let's say you have some mental thoughts, or you thought you are judgmental about somebody. You say, oh, this person, you're so terrible, this one so annoying. So calculating. You see, we have this kind of thoughts, you see. Yeah, that is something that we are trying to correct. Maybe the understanding of emptiness and love, compassion. We are working with our mind. Yeah, so it depends on which standard. Yeah, we improve. Yes, we are all good people. If not, we won't be here. You have extremely great seeds to be here. Yeah, you're 1 in a million. I like to think about that. You have extraordinary karma. Not many people can make it, and you manage to make it. So be very, very happy with yourself. Yeah, of course, you're definitely living a pure life, but there are rooms for improvement. We can become better. The fact that we are here means that we have something to work upon. Yeah. Okay. So we finished my class today, and it's review class. Okay. Question 1. Question 1. Do you want to read let me see who is the person. Emerald is doing question 1. Those questions those people who are not here, please help to take the questions. I would appreciate that a lot. Otherwise, I talk too much. Yeah, I can rest a little bit more. Okay, question 1. Emerald, the floor is yours. You can give us a teaching.
The question 1 is in the quiz, right, Miss Ray?
It's in the final exam. question 1 in the final exam.
In the final exam, let me open
Let
it.
me read to you. I think I have it here. Let me see. Where is my final exam? Okay, I can read to you.
Yes.
Give a brief definition of the perfection of wisdom. So our teacher Emerald will teach us on this. So if you can explain. If you cannot, you can just read it from the answer key. We are fine with that. Plant the seed. Yeah.
Yes. So definition of the perfection of wisdom is the knowledge of a person practice in a greater way, and that person already see emptiness directly, and also they are imbued with the wish for enlightenment, from with the enlightenment bodhicitta. So I mean that um, that the perfection of wisdom, I assume that people who see already who already see emptiness directly, and on the they are on the greater way, and also they have the wish for enlightenment to have all beings. Yes, that is my
Thank
answer.
you. Very good.
Yeah,
Very
thank
good
you.
explanation. Oh, sometimes definition we do not explain, but she try and I explain. After she explain, I understand better. Question 2, Angela. You're muted.
Maybe you read out the question, I give you the answer. Wow,
Okay,
like that.
can. I read
I tried.
I read Question 3, the root text for our study of the perfection of wisdom is the ornament of realization. Who spoke this work and to whom? What is the estimated date of the work?
I think it's Maitreya spoke to Asanga in AD 350. But the Tibetan, I don't know. Very hard to remember Tibetan.
Do you know the Sanskrit name for this ornament?
Sanskrit ornament. Can't remember. Oh, Sanskrit.
Sutra Alamkara. Here they write Abhisamaya Alamkara. I think you need to mention about the date also. Don't forget your date, 350 AD.
I mentioned the date just now.
Oh, you mentioned the date now. Okay, sorry. Maybe my line wasn't clear. Okay.
Okay, the Sanskrit word is Abhisambhaya Alamkara. From Maitreya to Sangha.
Okay.
Tibetan words is what Kantut Yen Pintut Yen Chichan Champa Papa to Miha, something like that.
Yeah, you're right. Guntok Nyen is the ornament. Jasun Jampa, as we know, Jampa we just learned is Maitreya's name. Then Papa Tome is Asanga's Asanga.
Oh, Chisan Champa is Maitreya name.
Jampa. We always say only Jampa, Jampa, you know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Thank
Papa to me.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Teacher Angela. Question 4. Jenny, she's not here, so I need somebody to take this question. Is there anybody willing to take this question?
Okay, I will do.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
The question is, who wrote the early Indian commentary on the ornaments that forms the basis for our study? And what are its dates? who wrote the Tibetan monastic commentary on this commentary, and what are his states? So Tibetan tract give Sanskrit and Tibetan name for first, Tibetan name for second. Okay, so the early Indian commentary we are studying is the classifications of the meaning, written by Master Haribhadra, 850 AD. So this is the master who actually wrote the commentary, okay, wrote the Indian commentary. And Tibetan name is Lopun Sangye Sampo. Okay, so for the Tibetan commentary is written by Kedrup Tempa Darge, and it is called Analysis of the Perfections of Wisdom. And Pachin Tachu. What is Pachin Tachu? Do you know, Teacher Rich?
It is a Tibetan word for the here the answers for the
commentary.
Tibetan tract to give Sanskrit and Tibetan word, right? So they have the Sanskrit and Tibetan name. Let me see. They need both. Sanskrit and Tibetan. The name of the person? Yeah. So Kedrup Tenpa Dagi is the Tibetan name. Pachin Tachu is the...
Oh, okay. It's his Sanskrit name.
Yeah.
Oh, so is the same person's, okay.
Yes. So this type of memorization is very hard. So just memorize quickly do. Okay. Thank you, Jaslyn, for taking a hard one. It's a dry question, I know. Okay. So let's go for the next one, question 4. Question 4 is more interesting. It's YC. YC, are you here? Yi Ching.
I am here, but I cannot answer any question
Oh,
because I totally am clueless about where to look for it also, or the
Oh.
answer.
sorry to hear that. Is there anybody willing to help YC after the class or any other day?
Okay, I'll do.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Question 4. Give the definition of the Dhamma jewel and give one example each of a cessation and a path. A true or kind of reality which relates to the greater way and to the enlightened sides of the Four Truths, and which involves either a cessation or a path. An example of a cessation would be the fact that after you see emptiness directly, it's impossible to ever doubt the principles of Buddhism again. You gain a cessation for it. An example of a path would be reaching true renunciation, which is known as the path of accumulation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. Yi Ching, you want to explain to us or not? Are you okay? Yes, Angela, you got questions?
No question here. No, I said, can you can read out the question now so I can find the answer to help out because I cannot for both sides. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so question 5 will be Lynn.
Yes. The question 5. Taking refuge is a state of mind in which of your road across you put on your heart into some other object to help you to protect you from suffering. and Tibetan word is Kebro. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You want to explain to us, teacher? No? Okay. Thank you.
Yes. I can't hear your questions. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, I
Can you
mean,
repeat what?
do you want to explain to us, or do you have any
Okay.
any explanation for this?
Yes. In my opinion, I think because in sorry, another sometimes okay in my life I always afraid many things. I'm scared about life. I'm scared about I have many pain, so I scared about that. So I want to find one object or many objects to help them protect us from suffering. So taking refuge in Buddhism, it means we taking refuge. We have three protect us from suffering. But a normal life, we often taking refuge. For example, we taking refuge in police to protect us, or taking refuge in doctor to keep us far away from the pet sick. But it's not real object. Okay, and in Buddhism, the object it means three treasure. Yes, Buddha, Dharma, and high communication. Yes. And this.
Thank you so much, Nguyen, Lin, Nguyen. Very comprehensive answer. Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Means that she really learned something. Yeah, it's a great answer. Emerald, can you help us to do the next question? I can read to you. Describe the taking of refuge, which is shared with practitioners of a lesser scope.
I can help out this one.
You okay? Go ahead. Yeah, please.
This one is more kiasu lah. The lesser scope, they are more kiasi lah. So they always have fear. So they want protection from the three jewels, and they want the three jewels to free them from the suffering, and also because they always think that they don't want to go through the samsara again. Samsara mindset. Yeah, so they always depends on the three jewels to protect them.
Protect them from what?
From protect them from suffering and the pain.
What kind of suffering you're referring here? What kind of suffering are you referring here?
What kind of suffering they're referring to? Suffering, maybe suffering in life, setbacks, life, or
specifically for lesser scope. Lesser scope, what is their motivation?
Their motivation.
What are they trying? You say they're scared of what?
Yeah, their motivation is more for their own interest lah. Am I right?
Yes. Yes,
more
their
for
own
their
interest. Yeah.
more for
Of what?
interest.
Yeah. Yes, for their own interest. They are trying to protect from. They're trying to get protection from.
Their own interest, so they're worried to go through the samsara again, because they're going to worry about.
That will be the medium scope. For the lesser scope, what is their? What are they? What are they trying to avoid?
avoid.
Just now, the one that you mentioned is a medium scope.
Oh,
The lesser scope will be
let's say they don't want to have suffering in life, lor.
that one is a medium scope.
Medium scope.
Mainly the lesser scope. What is specifically they want to avoid after they die already?
Oh, okay. After that die already, they want to go to nirvana, but they don't want to go to lower realms.
That
want
is
to
the key. They want to go to the 3 lower realm, okay? Not nirvana. They haven't think about nirvana yet. They don't want to go to the 3 lower realm, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the next one, question 7, Raymond, then Jocelyn, question 8.
Okay, question 7. Give the detailed definition of the greater ways wish for enlightenment. Tibetan thread give Tibetan for greater ways wish for enlightenment, and the 2 lines of Tibetan from the Abhisamayala Kara, which are the shorter definition. Okay, first is the main mental awareness belonging to the greater way, which is focused on achieving total enlightenment for the benefits of others, and which is matched with a state of mind that is associated with it, the aspiration to achieve total enlightenment. Second, it is the knowledge belonging to the greater way, which acts as a door for entering the greater way, and which is included into the activity sites of the standard division into the 2 of view and activity. The shorter definition of the greater way wish for enlightenment is the wish to achieve total enlightenment for the sake of others. Tibetan is Tek Cheng Semke, and Semkipa ni Sendun Che Yandak Sokten Jemchut Tu. Okay. So here got 5 things have to be aware. One is the main mind. The other one is the mental awareness. The third one is the greater way. And 4 is total enlightenment and for the benefit of others. In order to exclude the rest of the not included people or lower scope, or the what they call those aha. And as for the activity sides of the standard division into the 2 of view and activity, is it the 2 win, the method and the wisdom? For right. So that means the correct view and the renunciation and the bodhicitta. Okay.
Correct. Very good. Thank you for making it lively, Raymond. This is a tough one, okay? I don't know how you're going to do it. Good luck. Okay. So next question, Jocelyn.
Question 8. Describe the types of the wish for enlightenment. If you know 2 different ways of dividing the wish into 2, you may write either one. Okay, so for this one, right, it's actually based on the nature, because wish for enlightenment, they got 3 types, the 4 types one, the 3 types, and this is the 2 types one, okay? For the 2 types, it's actually based on its nature, okay? So for first way of dividing the wish into 2 types, which is the wish in the form of intentions, prayer, or thinking like a bodhisattva, the thought to become totally enlightened so that you can be of help to all living beings. So this one is just through thinking only. Yeah. So think like a bodhisattva and wants to become the enlightened being to help all living beings. And the second one, which is by taking actions, is engaging like a bodhisattva. The wish is to form of actions or acting, engaging like a bodhisattva, actually undertaking the activity of a bodhisattva in order to become a Buddha, to help all living beings. Okay. Okay, the first one is through the thinking, and the second one is actually by doing the actions. Both also is bodhisattva ways of life lah. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Jaslyn. Ellen is the next one, Ellen.
Hello. Wow, I
Hello,
can
teacher
manage to
Ellen.
find. Okay, given the definition of nirvana. So nirvana is defined as the permanent cessation in which one has eliminated the mental affliction of obstacles in their entirely due to one individual analyst. This is the definition lah. So in layman term, is okay. I go and check on the Google, right? Is permanent cessation is almost like a closure of a certain thing, in which you eliminate the mental affliction. When you talk about layman about mental affliction obstacle, it's something to do with the realization of the truth, the realization of truth, after direct perspective of emptiness. That is when you talk about mental, mental application obstacle is defined as the type of obstacles of the general type. There's two types, one nirvana and one full enlightenment. So it acts as a primary to obstruct one from reaching nirvana. So okay, to me, sorry, last minute one, this is all last minute. So I'm trying to gather all the information and try to define. To me, nirvana is a state of closure of one obstacles that is struck in your mind due to wrong perspective of emptiness. Something like this. Okay. I don't know whether it's right or wrong.
Thank you, Ellen, for trying to explain to us. Okay, that is a difficult one. Okay, in layman, it's very easy. I got give you the layman when you go and check my class and see. I got give you the layman terms on that. Okay, I think I will start.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, thank you, teacher Ellen. You plant a great seeds. Actually, I wanted you to continue to take the other two questions for Richie and Zane, but we are reaching time's up. I don't want to take more time than what we have been allocated. So I suggest that next week we do question 10 to 19. If you don't mind, we can just come in for half an hour, to finish it. Are you okay with that? Yeah, just if you have time, then you just pop in. All right. So let's do a quick dedication on that. So close your eyes. Be very, very happy with yourself. You're doing great. You plant an extraordinary seeds for you to see yourself one day becoming a teacher and then to go on becoming an enlightened being. Wow. Be very, very happy. Think of the goodness like a beautiful gemstone that you can hold in your hand and recall your holy guide. See how happy they are with you. Offer them this gemstone of goodness and say thank you to them for being here. See them accepting it, and then they bless it, and then they carry it back into your heart. Feel it there in your heart. It feels so good that we want to keep it, and so we give it away. By the power of the goodness that we have just done, may all beings complete the collection of merit and wisdom, and thus gain the two ultimate bodies that merit and wisdom make. Use 3 long exhale. 1, then to the one person you want to help at the beginning of the class. 2, to send to everyone you love. And 3, to send it to everyone who have seen you, everyone you have seen. See them all filled with this goodness because of the ripples that you made. Now bring your attention back to the space here. You can move your finger a bit. When you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Richard, next week we may not be able to make it. Like I have work. I thought today is the last day.
No worries, no worries. Whoever can come, just come lah for half an hour. We finish off question 10 to 19. Okay?
That's Jocelyn will help me to answer number 13. Number 13.
Whoever will come, will just take the. Yeah.
I can give you the answer.
Oh,
I
she
feel
already
like-
prepared her answer. Okay. You can give to Jocelyn to read out to whoever. Jocelyn, will you be able to come next week? Angela want to pass to you the answer.
Okay, for sure I will be here, and Angela, I will help you to read your question
Oh,
13.
Very easy, like just WhatsApp you now.
Okay.
Great. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Yeah. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow. See you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah.